In other news, the integration of man and machine is coming, and we should all be concerned. That warning is just one of many among scientists and researchers that are in opposition of growing links between the human body, human biology, and technology. These researchers warn that not only can this technology be hacked, often setting into motion a series of events that can be foreseen or predicted, and to that degree controlled by exterior forces who wish to cause harm or havoc to an individual. This merging of brain and tech also carries with it the very real threat and danger of health implications at the local and global level. Researchers at Purdue University warn that someone can hack into your pacemaker or insulin pump and potentially kill you, just by intercepting and analyzing freely available wireless signals. Researchers have been able to demonstrate for at least a decade that it's possible, and that was before we began merging our lives with external tech like Fitbits and wearable technology. Now, and even more dangerous, according to some opposing researchers, scientists have discovered a way to transmit electrical signals via a common carrier among all humans: body fluids. Body fluids carry electrical signals very well, they say. So far, these well-named body area networks have used Bluetooth technology to send signals on and around the human body. These waves can be picked up within at least a 10-meter radius of a person, 30 feet. What are the implications according to opposing research? The chip that so many fear being implanted into the human body to replace currency, credit, and a human identity may never need to cross the skin. According to research that we have seen, a person may be impregnated, so to say, using the term to acknowledge the soaking or saturating of an individual with a body code that is unique just to them, their heartbeat, or other skin-based identifiers, and this body code may be the chip of the future, one that is capable of carrying an entire person's life and ability to live in a code that can never be cracked. When we pressed further through an email to ask some theoretical questions on the topic, we asked what would happen if this theoretical impregnation of a body code were to take place, and if that person's status was negatively impacted, such as what is happening right now, to this very day, in the nation of China, where a person's social credit status allows them to work, pay for goods, get credit, or even ride using public transportation. In reply, if a person's social credit or body credit was downgraded, everything within a 10-meter radius of that person could identify this status. You could see other tech used by individuals alerting them to the status downgrade of a nearby individual, businesses choosing not to do business with that person, them not gaining medical assistance or access to emergency first aid, or even the ability to work and purchase food. In short, this is a dangerous time for our world, and one that must be met with level-headedness and preparation.
Shalom, Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double one to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to like out there doing this work of faith, the labor of love and true sincerity. All right, now, as you can see from the video clip in which I just played, the technology and stuff that Esau is headed to, ultimately to lead up to the mark of the beast. I found that video real edifying just for the simple fact that we can constantly see, the progression that Esau is taking, with these steps, man, and we already know that the mark of the beast is slowly but surely being integrated within this society, but there are other steps and other levels, that Esau is going to create, for the people, to slowly accept this. And they're constantly working on their technology to ultimately perfect the mark of the beast, because from what I see is that they truly haven't perfected it yet. Everything is still in the works of being developed to the point that they want it to, but eventually they're going to fix it out to that point to where, it's actually going to fully be able to control the people, man. And that's what they're working on and some of the points in which this guy was talking about within this video, right? But first off, I'm gonna touch on some of the points, but I wrote some of them down. But first, I want to start off, with the scriptures. All right, so this is Psalm 64 and 1. Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot arrows, even bitter words. that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privily. That's the mark of the beast. They say, who shall see them? Meaning what? Basically all the things that they're trying to do and how they're trying to control the masses of the people by implementing this chip, and ultimately by deceiving people, but we not deceived, man, whatsoever, right? Verse 6, it says, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. And I find it always imperative, to touch on Psalm 64, just to get into the mindset of Esau, just for that simple fact that you got to be purely the devil to think and try to create and constantly do R&D, research and development, on this type of technology just to control the masses of the people when you already have everything of the world, man. So you people out there that's loving the so-called white man, you can't tell me this ain't nothing but the work of the devil. And that is the so-called white man, the physical counterpart of Satan. All right. So to touch on a few of these points, right, in the video, on what you was talking about, basically, this is the chip is pretty much the integration of man and machine, right? So he said it's about the human body and technology. They wonder if it could be hacked or controlled by outside forces. So basically, this is something that they trying to work on because the brother in my camp, the head of my camp, War, he was bringing out before about how some lady had got a chip implanted in her and how she was complaining because the chip kept ringing off. So basically, somebody was getting into the frequencies of the chips by touching on those numbers. So they already know about these type of things, man. So they're constantly trying to work and perfect on this. They know it can be controlled by outside forces. And they show you that in the movie, in the Divergent series. I forget which one it is, but it's like 3 parts to it. But the one where you had the girl, Lenny Kravitz's daughter, Zoe Kravitz, the one that she was in, I forgot whether it was the second or the third one. And that one, they show you how they put chips in those people and how ultimately, the lady, she hit the supercomputer and was about to make all of them walk off of the edge of a cliff. And they were all controlled. But then when, they got to shut the system down, then they snapped out of it, man. So they know that this chip can be controlled through outside forces. It's all about the perfection of it, And the masses of the people don't even see this coming, right? But we see it coming, So this is not for us, what I'm saying? Because us of the faith, we know that what we have to hold on to, to be able to endure this, man. And that's all we have is Yahweh Shem Yahushua to hold on to be able to withstand these times that are at hand, man. But the masses of the people, when these things spring upon them, hey, they just going to fall victim to it. For one, because they ignorant and they love to have it so, and for two, they don't see no way out because all they can see is what's right in front of them, man. When we see what's past right in front of us, we see into the spiritual world, man. And when I say that, I mean, because what we thinking of things of the spirit. We thinking of the faith, we thinking of the glory, we thinking of we overcome, we thinking of the things that we will attain by holding it down for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and as being a part of that elect, as being the Lord stand up God, standing up against the evildoers, man. So real quick, this is Psalms 37 and 7. It says, "Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in the way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass." And that's just, and they constantly bringing wicked devices to pass. The whole Constitution is a wicked device that they brought to pass, to keep us oppressed, man, as a people of so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. These vaccines or other devices that they brought to pass. And now, if you look up now, they have to where, I don't know if they passed the bill or not. I was came across an article, some days ago. I didn't look further into it to see if the bill was actually passed or whatever. But they trying to get people to stop having reasons, not have a reason to be exempt of the shots for you and your kids, women, children, and adults. You're no longer going to be able to use your so-called religious reasons or other reasons, to skip out on shots. And they saying that it's a health hazard to the nation. So these are all different type of wicked devices in which they're bringing to pass, that constantly suppress us, suppress our mental, because a lot of those different things, they truly suppress your mind, especially dealing with those vaccines, man. So how much more the chip, if they can do this with this biological warfare through the vaccines and stuff, how much more with electrical currents, them being able to put these things in the chip, man, and being able to control your body's frequencies, man. When we know this whole world stems off of frequencies, man. That's how the Most High created. Everything has frequency, resonance, vibration to it, man. So they know about these different things, Other points too, I wanted to touch on. They said they can transmit electrical signals via body fluid, man. So what does that mean? That means that your body fluid is going to be able to carry these electrical signals. Now, what did the Lord say, right? What is our main body fluid? What did the Lord say about our main body fluid? And this is how Esau knows exactly what the hell he's doing, man, and how he's a slick devil that he is, right? This is Leviticus 17:11. It says, "For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your souls, for it is the blood that maketh an atonement for the soul." So Esau knows that the life of the flesh is in the blood. So if he's able to contaminate our blood with this chip and let the frequencies of the chip, ride throughout our blood, he know that's how he can control us. Because what blood is what's supposed to make an atonement for our sins. And ultimately, Yahushua did that on his departure from the earth, him being put to death for the nation of Israel. So with Esau being able to do this, they know exactly what they're doing. And that shows you that they know the scriptures, man. The life of the flesh is in the blood. Without the blood, we wouldn't exist, man. So this is the main way in which they're going to control us. Because the two of the main things, a part of this technology, that they're getting into before the chip is actually implemented, is body on a chip technology and microfluidic technology. And basically the body on the chip technology is them making grain-sized organs, pretty much like organ simulation that's about a size of a rice grain, right? And now they're testing out not only different singular parts of the body, but actually organ systems through these tissues that they put on this little deck. Lord willing, I'll put up the image, in post-production. They have like a little cartridge pretty much where they're sampling tissue samples from different organs, and they're putting that technology upon it to see how different organ systems react. And the main way for them to be able to get to your mind through the blood and all of that is through the endocrine system. The endocrine system is pretty much the government of the body, because that controls all the electrical current, all the electrical signals within the body. And the endocrine system, a part of it is what the pancreas, the adrenal glands, which control over 50 or 60 different steroidal hormones within the body, that send signals that give you that fight or flight response. That's what that stems from the adrenal glands. Sending up that cortisol and all of that for you to get that rush for that fight or flight mode. Then you got the hypothalamus, the pineal gland, you got your thyroid, the parathyroid, all of these different things are a part of the endocrine system, which is the government of the body that controls all the electrical signals. That all these different parts control how you grow. That's why Esau knows with those vaccines at a young and early age, what they could stun our growth, they could stun our learning ability. And ultimately, their whole goal was to keep us away from the Most High, Yahweh, and his son, Yahushua. That's the things that this technology can do. And that's the body on a chip technology. And then you have the microfluidic technology. These two technologies go hand in hand. It's them basically testing out fluids and putting electrical currents on these fluids to see how well these electric currents flow throughout the body. So they know if they could get, and they actually simulated to where they had like mock capillaries, veins and capillaries that go throughout the body or whatever. And they simulated it, to put the current through current and fluid through the little mock capillaries to see how it will flow through that, man. So they claiming that they're testing it out on animals, but once they test it out on animals, where's it going next? It's going to human trials, man. So this is all the mark of the beast technology that they're trying to push forward to perfect their schemes, to perfect their craft, to perfect their of wickedness in which they're trying to bring, man, you know, upon the masses of the people, right? And another thing that they said with it too is that they're testing it out through testing different things out through Bluetooth technology right now. So the Bluetooth technology, that's just the start of it. And we know now, coming out with this whole 5G internet, and you know, they're switching over Verizon phones automatically over to 5G and all of that. This is all a part of it to tamper with those electrical signals throughout your body, to play upon your brain, for it to flow through your blood and all of that, right? And they also said that eventually they want to have it to where you'll have a body code that's registered just to you, you know, so that you can be controlled through the body code. So this is all pre-preparations until the official force of the chip, if this is the way they're going to go, because they know, you know, that every time the Israelites, we speak upon something, we put a dent in their plans, man. So they go to switching different things up, and you know, because we making it too obvious for the people to pick up on, man. You know, that's why they really doing all of this. You know, it's really for us, you know, right? And it also said that they might try to model things after China, because they said in China things are pretty much based off of your social and your economic status. You know, so if they have this a body on chip and this microfluidic technology, you know, all of this technology can range from up to 30 feet away. So if you go into a local business or a hospital or something like that, that technology will read off, and they'll let you know off the rip whether you can afford this, whether your health care is, what your social status is, all of that, so they can know if they're going to take you in or if they can deny you, man. These are all the different things that they bringing upon this place, man. And this is everything, going back to Psalm 64, this is everything that they dwell within their mind with their think tanks and stuff like that to put together, man. You know, just to try to formulate this whole new world order and have things under control how they want it to be. But the Lord isn't going to allow them to, man. And another thing that's all a part of them just trying to be, you know, a part of the Most High, because they know that the Most High control us, but what's the best way for them to get control of us, or to try to mock the ways of the Most High? For them to create their own technology that they think can compete with the Most High, but that's all a part of the so-called white man, right? So real quick, this is 2 Thessalonians 2, and yeah, I'll just start from the top. It says, "Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahushua, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that day of Yahushua is at hand." And we see that day is at hand, with things out like this constantly coming out, and see how Esau is constantly trying to perfect their technology and bring all of this stuff, you know what I'm saying, to fruition, man. We can see it, that this is the bitter end, man. It could be any day, any month, any time now, man, you know. Verse 3, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition," which is Esau. He's being revealed through us, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. It says, verse 4, "Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is a power." You know, so he wants to replace the Most High within this world, man, because he got that backing by spiritual demon Satan. But at the end, that's all going to be his confusion, man. And that's why, continuing on, it says right here that verse 11, "And for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie." That's 2/3 of our people. That's the rest of the people living here in America, the rest of the people that's living out in the world, and Esau himself. You know, he's going to be caught up in that strange delusion to actually think that this whole planet is going to go through, there's going to be no problems, and he's going to be reigning this earth forever and ever, man. You know what, as it says in Psalms 49:11, his inward thought, those wicked thoughts he got, is that his house shall continue forever. But we got a news flash for you, Esau. Your reign is coming to an end. And we going to make sure that's why we got to keep sighing and crying, you know, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, and for the Most High to bring us up out of this place, man, because Yahweh Shah is on his way, man. All Yahweh got to do, you know what I'm saying, is snap his fingers, and it's go time, man. you know. But we know we got to endure these things that are about to happen. You know, the chip, the martial law, them coming to raid our homes, to put us up against our family betraying us. We all getting ready for all of the midst of that, man. You know, at times things may seem pretty quiet, but behind the scenes, you know, Esau is always working, man. So we always got to be working and being on top of Satan and all of his devices and things like that. The scriptures also say what? Be not ignorant to Satan's devices. So getting into this information about the chip, you know, as Apostle Tahar said, I believe like a week or a couple weeks ago, you know, that, hey, you know, every time, you know what I'm saying, some new technology coming out about the chip and stuff, you know, we got to be on that to stay on top of this thing, man, you know. So with that, you know, I just hope, you know, this segment was edifying. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to Lek out there doing his work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. Shalom.